Do you want to automate your LinkedIn account using both AI and N8N? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do just that. So here's the game plan. Every single time I upload a video to YouTube, I would also like to do a post about the video for LinkedIn. Sometimes I want that post to have an image, and sometimes I don't. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a form where I can upload the video transcript, put a link to the video, and select the post type, and then I want N8N and AI to do all the heavy lifting in the background, and I want a LinkedIn post to automatically pop up on LinkedIn. So let's jump straight into N8N and let me show you guys how everything works. And if you guys would like to skip the tutorial and just download it, well, I've got a link for you down below in the description. All right, so here is the full flow we're going to be working on today. Now, basically what we're doing is we're starting with a form, then we're extracting the text data from the form, we're sending it to the AI to generate the text for the LinkedIn post, then we're determining if the post will have an image or not with this switch here. If it does not have an image, we're going to post it directly to LinkedIn. If it does have an image, we're going to generate a prompt for Dolly. We're going to generate the image from Dolly. We're going to download it, and then we're going to send that over to LinkedIn for the post. All right, jumping into the first node here. Basically what we've got is we've got a URL here. We don't have any authentication. However, if you do want to add some authentication, you can add it here and you can create a credential here. You can add a username and password so that the URL is protected. If not, just put no authentication. This is the path here. When we change this, it changes the text up here, just so you know. We're going to put that as LinkedIn. We have a title for the form, a short description for the form. Then we have a post type. So this is determining whether it's a text or an image. We're doing a drop down here, and user can choose text or image. They cannot select multiple choice, and yes, that is required. Then we have the video link of a field type text, and that's required. And then we have video subtitles, and that's a file. They can upload multiple files there. I don't think you really need that. We can turn that off, and that is also required. No need to put any accepted file types here. And we're going to respond when the form is submitted. So the form looks something like this here. Looks pretty beautiful. We can select which, add a video link, and choose a file right here. And we're good to go. All right, now I'm going to pin a little bit of test data really quickly so that we can use it for later on. So I'm going to go ahead and put an image type of post. We're going to grab the link and we're going to choose our subtitles. And I'm going to click submit form, okay? And that's going to give us this test data, which we're going to go ahead and pin that test data right here so that we can use it later on in the workflow. So now that this data is pinned, now we can go to the next node, which is extract from text file. Now we're grabbing the same link from here, the same name, video_subtitles, and the output will be subtitles, okay? Now this is equal to whatever it is you put in here in this field. All spaces will be considered underlines. Right on, so that's basically all for the second node. Now we're actually going to pin data to the second node because for some reason if you pin data to the first node, it doesn't carry through all the way. But if you pin data to the second node that's not the form node, then it will actually read the file. I think it's a bug inside N8N, so just make sure that doesn't happen to you. So I went ahead and ran the workflow up to the second node, and now as you can see, we have the subtitles extracted here on the right, and I went ahead and pinned that data to the node so that we can use it to test the rest of the workflow. Do you need some help with your AI prompts or troubleshooting some N8N issues? I'm offering a free 15-minute call to help you with whatever you need. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and use the link down below. All right, now this next node is an AI agent node, and I've got it hooked up to an OpenAI chat model. So if you go down here to chat models, I have it hooked up to OpenAI chat. Now, I didn't give this one any memory because we don't really need chat history. I also didn't give it any tools. Now, if we look at it right here, we're using a conversational agent. Now, this is really important since we're not using any tools. And the prompt is quite a long prompt, but I went ahead and left the prompt down in the description below. There's a link for that on my website if you guys need to check that out. Basically what we're doing is we're copying and pasting the Twitter prompt, but with a couple of tweaks. We gave it some ideas of LinkedIn formatting. We told it that we need emojis and different break lines and stuff. And then we're providing the link to the video and the subtitles. Now we're going to have to connect OpenAI in order to do this. So let me show you how to connect the credentials really quick. So we're connecting with our OpenAI account here. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this. You can see we have an API key here. So if you guys go to platform.openai.com/playground, I'll leave that in the link down below, and you go over to the dashboard here. Under API keys, you can create a new API key. And once you're done with that, you can add it here, okay? And then you connect it and you're good to go. Now, in terms of the model, we're using GPT-4. That one works really, really well to make posts. I don't think I'm going to be using it too much, so the cost isn't going to be outrageous. So let's go ahead and just test it out and see what type of post it actually comes out with. Wonderful. So you can see it comes out with a pretty decent post here. If you guys want, you can pause the video, take a look at this and read it. All of the /ins here are going to skip lines when it does post to LinkedIn, so keep that in mind. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch. So this switch will determine whether or not it has an image or it does not have an image, okay? So all we're doing is we're checking from the N8N form trigger from the JSON here if the post type is image or if the post type is text. And if it's an image, we go up here. And if it's a text, we go down here. Now this just connects directly to LinkedIn, and I'll show you guys how to connect the LinkedIn credential here soon. All right, so jumping into the next AI agent, you can basically copy paste this one right here. It's essentially the same. We have an OpenAI chat model. Again, this is GPT-4.0 using the same credentials. Then jumping in here, we're using a conversational agent. And here's the prompt. Now you can always pause right now and read this. I'm leaving it also in the description below. And testing it out, we can see it says cartoony AI brain character planning strategy with gadgets. Now that sounds like a pretty good prompt for DALL-E. So let's go ahead and generate the image. Now we're going to want an HTTP request node here. And here we're going to use method post. Here's the URL we're using, api.openai.com/v1/images/generations. Now we can use the OpenAI credentials we created previously. All we have to do is select predefined credential type, select OpenAI from this list here, and our credential should pop up just fine. All right. Now we want to have send query parameters and send headers off. We do want to send the body. We want the content type to be raw. Here we type application/JSON, and then here we make a JSON, and inside we have 3 values. We have the prompt, the number of images, and the size of the image, okay? The prompt here, you have to make sure you put it in quotes, and you have to make sure that the OpenAI agent used previously doesn't put any weird characters that could break the JSON in its response, okay? Now, once that's done, you can click generate. I already did, and it'll give you a URL here. So let's go ahead and check that out and see what it looks like. And we can see it looks like a pretty interesting brain cartoon character. I believe that this could be a pretty good LinkedIn post. So moving forward, we have another HTTP node. Now this is to just download the image. Now this one's really easy. You just do a get method and you go ahead and grab this URL right here, put it right there, and it will download the image just fine. As you can see, it downloaded a file with the name data right there. Beautiful. All right, now it's time to connect LinkedIn. So go ahead and go to developer.linkedin.com and sign up for an account. And then when you're done, go ahead and click create app. Now here you're going to need a name. You're going to have to add the company page that's connected to your LinkedIn. Now this is a requirement, so you have to make sure you have a company page, but you do not have to post on the page. You can post on your profile. Then you're going to need the app logo, and you're going to have to agree to the terms and create the app. I've already created an app. Mine is right here, N8N testing. Now, with this app, once it's connected here, you do have to verify your page. So under settings, you have to go to your LinkedIn page. It's going to generate a link. You need to click on that link and verify that page is a page that you own. You have to do that to unlock some of the scopes. Once you're done with that, you go over here to products, okay? And you're going to want to make sure that you activate the share on LinkedIn and the sign in with LinkedIn using OpenID Connect. And it should take a couple of minutes to activate. Once you've activated those two, then go to auth. You're going to want to grab the client ID and you're going to want to grab the primary client secret. Once you have all that ready and done, we can hop back over to N8N, go to LinkedIn. We can add a new credential. I'm going to just edit this one. Now we have to grab this OAuth redirect URL right here. We're going to go back to LinkedIn. We're going to add that right here in OAuth 2.0 settings down here. You just click edit, add that. Okay. Then once you're done with that, you add your client ID, your client secret right here from the page we were just at. You want to make sure that organization support and legacy is turned off. If you want to post to your LinkedIn page, you're going to have to turn on organization support. And for that, you're going to have to add different scopes here in the products. I believe you have to use the community management API, and use that. You can only have that enabled as the only thing on the app, which kind of sucks. I am posting on my profile, so I don't need that. I'm not posting on a page, so we're good to go. Once all that's done, you can click reconnect or connect. It will bring up a LinkedIn page. You can go ahead and sign in, and then it'll just connect like normal. You're good to go. And then it's saved. And now we can go ahead and configure the node. Now in this node, we're doing a post, a create operation. We're posting as a person. I put my name here. We're adding the text. Now this text is being generated from the generate post text right here. And we're adding an image, which is grabbed from data. And you can see that from the previous one right here. It says data. We're grabbing that image. Okay. So let's go ahead and test that out and see what happens. And it's telling me that I have to test the whole workflow instead of just that one node. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to click test workflow. We're going to select image here. We're going to put a link to the video, and we're going to choose the video subtitles. We're going to click submit form, and we can see it running right now. It's generating the post text. Now it's going over to the AI agent, generating the image. It's going to download the image and post to LinkedIn. So now it's posted to LinkedIn. I haven't looked at the text. I haven't looked at the image. I hope it's not horrible. So let's go ahead and check that out. We're going here, and I mean, the post is really not that bad. I mean, this AI image maybe could be a little bit better, but to be quite honest, it's a lot better than I thought it might be. So that's good. Now for text post, this is absolutely amazing. It does really, really good text. The images kind of really depends. All right, so this LinkedIn node here, basically all we're doing is we're grabbing the same credentials, resource post, operation create, person, me. Obviously, everything here is the same. This is a little bit different here. And then other than that, media category, none. So let's go ahead and test this out. So we're going to select the post type, text. Going to put a video link here. We're going to choose the file, and we're going to submit the form. Now you guys can see it working here. It's generating the text, and it says it was executed successfully. And let's check the post out. So this post looks pretty good. I think the emojis could be a little bit better, but to be honest, it looks pretty damn good. Are you ready to take your AI and automation skills even further? Then be sure to check out my video on how to automate your Twitter account using AI and N8N. And before you guys go, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.